it. What can change the nature of a man?
What can change the nature of a man?
What can change the nature of a man?
I see you have not forgotten. Ravel smiles, her yellowed fangs gleaming. What is your answer? Oh, wow. I don't know. Love, hatred, power, greed, betrayal, death, regret, age, suffering, success, the planes, Ravel again, nothing, or I can't answer the question. Oh man. I thought the answer to this would be like faith or belief. Like whatever you believe can change, will change you. Mostly because of where we're located. We've seen hints of this in the game, that's the correct answer, but I'm apparently wrong. It's not an answer here. Crap. And I kind of don't believe that no one's given these answers before. So I'm not going to go with I don't know. I'm not going to go with nothing. And I'm not going to go with truth. I cannot answer the question. I must answer Ravel's questions. I think they're fair questions. I'm going to give an answer because I have a bad feeling I asked Ravel this question, which is why she's asking everyone else. And I'm not going to go with nothing because I don't think that's true. People can change their natures. So let's look at all these answers. So the planes. Yeah, sure, that could change. You could go out on an adventure, see some things that change your life forever. Like maybe you go out and, well, of course this is the outer planes, but here on Earth, you could go someplace, meet some people, or see some suffering or not suffer, or have a great time, and suddenly your life is changed for the better because of it, and you change yourself to see these things again, or help others, or avoid certain places, what have you, because of what you experience. Success can change people. If you have lots of money, you're really, you succeed at something, it's bound to change you. Money definitely changes people. It's one of the reasons why I'm glad I don't have a lot of it. Suffering, yes. Yep. As someone who has suffered through various diseases and what have you, yeah, I can totally believe that. Suffering also encompasses everything. Like, suddenly you're broke without a home. You're changed. Your whole life is just suddenly altered. Age, yep, you get older, your nature changes. I have values and or beliefs I have now that I didn't have when I was younger. Regret, yep, regrets are a good thing to change you. You might regret something you did and you're forever altering yourself for it. I used to, I was interrupted at work often by one coworker of mine, and I hated it. And so, because I'd be in the middle of programming or what have you, and then she would show up and just want to talk, and just waste time. It wasn't that anything bad, but oh man, I couldn't stand it. And one day I began to realize that I was being a little curt with her, and I'm like, you know what? She doesn't deserve that. I'm going to alter how I answer her questions, and now I like it. It's fun to talk to her. It breaks up the morning, and I'm really glad to have done so, and that changed me, and a lot of my attitude at work too. Death definitely changes people. Even the fear of death does. When I had my blood clot all those years ago and was lying on in the hospital, like literally minutes from dying. In fact, I could have died at any point in the 2 days I had 4 days I had the blood clot. Holy freaking crap, I am so lucky to be alive today. I'm on blood thinner now to keep myself alive. That changed my whole aspect of my outlook on life and death. Holy freaking crap. Betrayal? Yup. Someone lies to you and you find out about it. You will never look at that person again. You will treat them completely differently. First girlfriend. Don't think I forgot. Greed? Yeah, greed. Well, greed doesn't really change someone's nature. It's that motivates you, right? Power, I'm not going to go with greed either. Power definitely changes people. Another reason why I'm glad I don't have any. Hatred and love, that's the same thing. Basically, it's just slightly twisted. Hatred is love, just with the opposite effect. Hatred takes a lot of work to keep going, though, to be so angry for so long. And love, yeah, you'll do stupid things because you're in love with someone. You act differently, you do dumb, absolutely dumb things. I've seen my friends do dumb things because of the people they're in love with. Holy freaking crap. So, what's going to be my answer? I'm going to go with regret as my answer. These: death, regret, age, suffering, power. Those are the ones I feel can change someone the most. And I'm going to go with regret as my answer. And that is your answer. The veins in Ravel's eyes begin to shift slightly, and she gives an evil smile. Be certain before you say. It may not be your answer, but it is my answer. And that is all I wished for, my precious man. Ravel's smile relaxes. A simple answer. And in the end, many are the men I have laid low while they sought my answer. Oh, holy crap! I never stopped to even think about that. I looked at the answers and chose one. It never occurred to me that... Well, okay, it did right at the very beginning. I'm like, I wanted to answer faith and belief, which I actually think does change people the most. Or, well, actually, not that depends on the person. But I felt that would be most appropriate based on what we've learned. But for the other answers, I didn't think about which one Ravel wanted to hear. Holy crap. That's it. I thought... Ravel cackles. Countless times has a question been asked, and not once did the pathetic shells who came before me answer with their answer, but always sought to creep inside my mind and find what I thought. There is no truth in that. I don't believe you. In fact, I don't think they ever could have answered you true, even if it was true to them. Ravel falls suddenly, strangely silent. She is watching you warily. You never cared about any answer other than mine. Ever. Did you? Yet you still asked the question, knowing that no matter what the answer they gave, they would die by your hand. Oh, wow. Well, that's different. Holy crap. I have to remember that Ravel is a night hag, so she is twisted evil. So she just wanted to kill these people, or couldn't be bothered but with their answer, or didn't care.
Updated my journal.
Or all the above. Of course your answer was the only one I sought. For you were the only reason I asked the question. Did you think I cared for them? Do you think I even cared one fraction of the amount for them that I cared for you, my precious man? Answer me that. I'm through answering your questions, Ravel. Now you'll answer mine. Of course. Ever questions. Ever questions. I have some questions about you, Ravel. Yes? Ask your questions about Ravel, my precious man. What is this place? Ravel gestures around her. Once a maze of lifeless stone it was, featureless. But a small black seed was wound in my hair when I came to this place, and it grew strong amongst the stone, flourishing until it ran thick throughout the maze like unraveling hair of a crone. And so this maze is another of another's, becomes my garden. Wow, so she made the maze. It was just, I guess, an empty pit before? I don't see any other stone walls around. Why were you imprisoned, Ravel? I tried to help a lady, and kindly she did not take to it. The Lady of Pain, this is Fall from Grace. You tried to help her? My offering of help was unwelcome. I tried to set her free. Sigil is the cage, a city of doors and locks. is a prison for her. It must be, mustn't it? Why else call the city of Sigil the cage? And who is caged? The lady! A prison so small for one so great. Unjustness, wrongness, intolerable to torment a woman thusly. I think I know who should be in the cage, said Mort. I tried to break the cage, let the lady go free. She makes a shooing motion, her expression becoming pain as she scatters invisible birds. Shoo, shoo, a pained woman. Let Sigil's ring be broken, so you might fly far from its filthy streets and the stupid Dabbas that dare not speak in words for fear their thoughts would be overheard. Ravel's hands slowly stop their shooing motion, and she gives a slow sigh. Go on. Before I could finish, I have found myself here, and my memories none the better for the trip. Much has slipped away, much forgotten, yes, was? Revel smiled at her yellow teeth. The dwindling of memory has become a comfort to these old bones. Much have I forgotten. I am fortunate in that I still remember you. Ravel, but why did you try to free the Lady of Pain from Sigil?
Updated my journal.
I resent anyone, even a power, being imprisoned, and think that everyone, whether stones, shores, or quiet-bladed ladies, should be free. Some have said, more fool I. Why risk such a thing, they said. Interesting answers. I think the lady should be kept in her cage. It's where she wishes to be. I'm gonna go with the last answer, though. Is that what you were trying to do when I met you so long ago? Were you trying to set me free? Quite possibly. Possibly quite. Life's change and fear of death may have gripped too tightly on the man I knew. Knew then, Ravel picks at one of her gray jacket hairs, wrapping it around her finger. No liking for chains and cages does Ravel have. So I was caged somehow, or chained? It sounds to me as if your memory is stirring, Ravel. Yes. Ravel blinks for a moment, and her black-veined eyes become duller, as if she has been struck with a heavy weapon. Her talon tightens around the gray hair, so tightly it looks like she is about to tear it from her skull. Mayhap you were trapped, but it was no normal cage that held you. Do you have any idea what held me?
Updated my journal.
Ravel looks confused, and her face twists as if she is fighting an unpleasant thought. I have forgotten. Mayhap a promise? No. Her finger tightens around the gray hair, and to your surprise there is a snap, like a twig breaking, and Ravel tears the hair from her head. A trickle of black blood worms from beneath her skull cap, and she hisses in anger. Ravel, are you all right? No more will I say. Ravel's face wrinkles in pain. The talon, covered with the blood-tipped gray hair, even plucked from her head. It looks jagged and stiff. I do not know, and no knowing shall I share. She stares down at the gray hair wrapped around her talon, and then she hisses and flicks it to you. Take this, and leave the past where it lies, half-man. Very well, Ravel. Then there was nothing more to be said on the matter. I had some other questions. Ravel, who are you? Where did you come from? I? Ravel am I. A maker and breaker of puzzles. A solver of what cannot be solved. A mind raveling and unraveling until the threads of thought are tied up like knots in a drunken man's hair. Ravel picks at one of her jagged gray hairs, wrapping it around her finger. Oh, she's doing this again. It is enough. Enough it is. But what are you? Some have called you a night hag, whatever that is. Night hag? Ravel gives a ghastly smile, her yellow teeth like needles. I am but a woman who has sorely missed her beloved creation. Some have named me Crone, Grey Lady, Yaga Sister, Night Hag, but myself is my name. Ravel. Ravel who puzzles well, providing conundrums to decipher and laying impossibilities low. But many things are said about we grey ladies. A race are we night hags, but an individual am I. Some call us evil of old, stalkers of mortal dreams, the kindly ones, ugly, hideous things whose homes lie in the dark places of men's minds. Ravel's eyes narrow to reddish sparks, but that means nothing to me. What would one such as you call one such as I, pretty thing? I'll lie and say the first one. The truth would probably... I actually think the second. She seems very sharp, even now. And she's probably extraordinarily intelligent. I'm not going to say 3, that's just an insult. Nor am I going to go with 4. That's just kind of not an answer. Let's go with 1. A lie out of kindness, in my view. I would call you beautiful, Ravel. Ravel's silent for a moment, then she cackles. Oh, you are a diamond, my precious songbird. You make the centuries worthwhile. How sweetly you sing to these tired ears that have feasted only on silence and the slow creep of black barbs spreading. Ravel smiles. Yet you lie to me. No, Ravel, I do not. Do you think I care for the truths? Deceit is beautiful to me, songbird, and Ravel loves to hear you say such things. She does. Ugly I may be, Ravel, you are not ugly. Yet ugly I need not be, pretty thing. My shape is but water to my will, and I may reweave its fibers to a more pleasing tapestry. Ravel glances at Fall from Grace, then smiles and licks her lips. Yes. Ravel, what? Oh, holy crap! Ravel has melted into Fall from Grace, taking on her demeanor, her features, her clothes. Is this shape more pleasing? Ravel smiles, her teeth now a brilliant, perfect white, with lips with just a hint of red. It never thought to me how beautiful Fall from Grace is supposed to be. So cultured and breathtaking. She motions you to come closer. I'm assuming her voice is the same, by the way. But she probably could change her voice if she wanted to, too. Come, my precious man. My lips do not burn with abyssal torments. Lay your lips upon mine. No, I'm not interested in kissing Fall from Grace. No, Ravel. Mayhap it is the rougher woman that you crave, the one of passionate fire. Ravel glances at Anna, who stiffens as Ravel gazes pins on her. Mayhap it is her that whets your appetite. Ravel, stop this. I have no more time for your games. Oh, that cute little bounce she did. Ravel has melted into Anna's shape, taking on her demeanor, her features, her leather vest. Is it the rough-edged woman that you crave, the one for whom age has not yet tempered her passions? Anna's Ravel's tail flicks as if anticipation. Come, caress my lips with your own, and I shall please you. No. Nope. Besides, Anna's right back there watching the whole thing. No, Ravel. You blink, and Ravel has twisted back into her original form. A difficult man to please, are you? Pah! And no wonder do they why there are no males of our kind. It wouldn't matter the shape, because I know who it is underneath anyway, right? It's Ravel. It's not Anna. It just looks like Anna, or Fall from Grace, or anyone else that she could have shape-shifted herself into. What other shapes have you turned yourself into? Maybe some. Mebeth, none. Ravel seems confused by the question. I've not remembered such. Iveen, mayhap? Oh, holy crap! Neither Smarta nor Marta. So many threads and branching, so many ravels, always stitching and mending and growing are my forms. Wow! No. No! Really? No. She must no. Mebeth was the midwife back in the junk town above Farad's realm. She was the one who taught us to be a mage. We did all the little quests for her. Iveen was the mortuary stitcher that we first met, the first non-zombie besides Mort. And she gave us +1 hit point. Marta was the girl who took the pieces out of dead bodies back in Farad's area. Wow, holy crap. She must have... No. That would mean she could leave her prison if she was out there, or they're clones of herself. Mebeth. You were Mebeth. That may have been one of my names, yes. Ravel looks more confused, her black veined eyes becoming misty. Names are difficult to remember. Her voice becomes faint, like calling across the great distance. Oh, wow, this is nice. Oh, I like this. So I can thank her for helping me in any of her forms. Mebeth was kind to me and helped me, Ravel. That means you helped me. I thank you. As you mentioned Mebeth, all the color seems to bleed out of Ravel's face until she is gray and ashen. Literally. It's like the color just vanished. And who might you be, Does your path bring you back to old Mebeth's door, child? Wow! It does, Mebeth. I, came to learn more of the art. Can you teach me any more? I am but a midwife, child. Such power as the art commands is much beyond me. I don't think so. I think you may have more to teach me than you may realize. Much more. Am I talking to Mebeth? Or is this a different personality of Ravel? Is she the night hag who pretended to be Mebeth? Or is this just a different aspect of her? My god, this game asks all sorts of confusing questions. If she was Mebeth and did all the sorts of things Mebeth does, or did, man, would she be that evil then? I don't know how you judge someone based on all this stuff. It's too much. Then comes the question like an echo. Ye want to learn the art, ye do. Why do you want to learn such things? Wow, and this was my answer at the time. Because I may need it to solve the mystery of who I am. After a moment, Ravel, Mebeth, nods. The art may help ye, it may not, and ye must not rely on it to solve all your problems. Child, it's most like only going to add another chip to your pile of questions. She leans in close. But if ye know, then listen. Let's listen.
Updated my journal.
Mebeth, Ravel, whispered something. And you feel, wow, I gain a point of wisdom. Holy crap. And you feel different. Changed somehow. She told you something horrible. Something about how the planes work. But your mind has shut out her words. And you cannot recall them. Just thinking about them sets your heart pounding. Ravel told you something you're not sure anyone was ever meant to know. She is watching you, studying you. What other shapes have you been, Ravel? If you were Yvain in the mortuary, she helped me in her own way. That means you helped me. Thank you for that as well. Almost unconsciously, Ravel's hand reaches out for you, and just for a moment, you swear they are Yvain's hands, or Yvaini's hands. Let's stand our ground again. Ravel's left hand plucks a hair from her head, hooks her on her talons, and lightning-like, she jabs another talon into the skin near one of your scars. It's barely more than a pinprick, but it looks like she's about to start stitching you up. Let her work.
Updated my journal.
3 hit points increased. As it was with Yvain, the sensation is curiously painless, but the thread and stitching seems to be going much deeper, almost inside you, without actually going beyond the surface of the skin. In moments, Ravel's talons draw back and you feel better, stronger. Ravel mutters in Yvain's voice, "Dumb Zomphy." Wow! Holy crap, well, we might as well mention Marta as well. Marta was barmy, Ravel, but she was not unkind and not unhelpful. If you were her, then you mean me no harm. I thank you. As you say her name, Ravel's face seems to shift. Her blue skin sags, and she's wearing the same sour, curd-faced expression you saw on Marta's face. Come on now, don't be all difficult on Marta. She raises a talon of her index finger like a scalpel and advances upon you, false, nasty corpse. Oh man, let's do this. Let's see what she can dig out of me. Ravel's filthy talon jabs into your abdomen, then pulls it brutally downward in a saw-like motion. But there was no pain. You watch as your skin peels slowly back from her touch. No blood issues from the wound. Look at this, Marta. Look at this. Let her work. Ravel's free hand digs into your chest, where she loops your intestines up like yarn and plucks them from your stomach. As she does, your stomach seals up as if time was going backwards. Ravel holds up your intestines like a trophy. Pretty, eh, Marta? One shouldn't swallow such a thing. No. Can I have those back, please? I might need them later. She hands you the ropey mass. Despite its freshness, the fluid surrounding your intestines have dried like resin. It feels more like a loop of glazed rope. Thanks. I'll treasure this always. Oh, like a bracelet then, and we seem to have gained it as an item.
Updated my journal.
Ravel nods slowly. As well he should, shouldn't he, Marta? Yes. Yes, he should, Marta. Powerful magic to be found in the guts of an immortal. Yes. Not like teethies. Or eyes. Where other shapes have you been, Ravel? And we did all this before. Why did you help me, Ravel? I cannot help but help you, my precious man. And that will always be true. No matter how many Ravels there be. On this, they will agree. Some other questions for you, Ravel. The legends claim you are a powerful mage, Ravel. Can you teach me some of the art? Ravel frowns disapprovingly, her bluish skin twisting like a rag. Does Ravel know the art? Is your mind gone away of the mortality? A thing all up and lost? Have you forgotten more of the art than you... Oh, I have forgotten more of the art than you shall ever know. Wow. Can you teach me some of the art, then? Ravel narrows her black-veined eyes, studying you. Mayhap I could be persuaded by one such as you, though any other would not have such a chance, nor the boon I offer. Are you a rudimentary student in the art, or am I facing a tried and true and attired master? A master in the arts, beautiful Ravel. I am not low level, I am high level, so I'm gonna go with this as my answer. Flatterer. And yet your words warm me. Ravel's voice changes, alternating in pitch, like someone plucking a stringed instrument. Much have I learned tending this garden. Charms and incantations distilled from the barbs. She begins to hum slightly to herself, rhyming, swaying ways of the consonants, constants, and motions that bring the briars to your aid. Listen. Oh, I'm sorry. This last part was her speaking, not narration. Rhyming, swaying ways of the consonants, constants, and motions that bring the briars to your aid. Listen. The branches will speak of it. Close your eyes and listen. As you close your eyes and listen, a great trembling passes through you, as if dozens of barbed snakes were burrowing beneath your flesh. Just when you think the pain is more than you can bear, you suddenly, instinctively begin humming, the same tune that Ravel did, and the pain ebbs. In the distance of the maze, you can hear the clicking of the tree creatures, as if responding to your call. Ravel watches you with a curious light in her black-veined eyes. Such power. She gives a soft hiss as if in wonder, and her lips peel back in a smile. It touches all that hear it. You are powerful, my precious man. So powerful. One day, even the plains may bend to your will. I do not wish such a thing, Ravel. There are many who would walk that path, but not I. Ravel nods, then nods at your hand, which to your surprise holds a number of black barb seeds. Take those seeds. Use them as you will, and to this, I grant an additional boon. She plucks a hair from her head and takes a handful of the seeds, places them in her palm, then crushes them. With a small trail of blackish blood runs from her hand, but when she opens it, there is no wound, only a necklace of black barbs woven around the lock of Ravel's gray hair. Take this. It is of me, and it will serve you well. Take the seeds and the strange barb charm.
Updated my journal.
Holy crap, wow, thank you, Ravel. Save those seeds, precious man, and use not all of them, for they may prove more useful in other places in this maze. But if powerful you are, these places you will find. Oh, okay, then I guess we're going exploring again when we're done talking to her. Maybe one of these portals leads me to a different place. Very well, I had some questions for you, Ravel. I had some questions concerning my immortality. Why did you make me immortal, Ravel? It's what you wanted, Seedling, and you asked so sweetly. How could Ravel say no to one such as you? Immortality was your solution, and your challenge to me. My solution, but why? I don't know, Seedling. Time has chipped away at my memories as well, it would seem. Seem? If you remember, tell me. I am curious myself. It must have been something important. Isn't it in the nature of a man to want to live forever? Only if what lies on the other path carries greater pain. Interesting answer, Dakan. Ravel, it is very important. Do you have any idea why I asked you to do it? Death was a thing you needed to dodge. An easy thing to say, mayhap, but to do, it is not. Immortality, even with its flaws, was the best solution this withered mind could untangle. Yet, lead is not easily changed to gold, but it is possible, thought the unwise. Unwise? Ravel. If water can be drawn from blood, mortality can be taken from a mortal, peeled back like a sticky film. So you pulled it off. The gulf between man and unman is great. You traveled the distance. I provided the means, but you crossed on your own. Ravel slaps her head and rakes her hands through her hair. Bad Ravel. Mortals are too flawed to be made to last. Still they break. They must be dragged, kicking and screaming, into an unhealthy new mold. Unhealthy? So the ritual is flawed. Shortcuts must be made, and they can break the molded. For it is not always the mold that breaks, but the substance poured within it. Force something into a shape it was not meant to be, and it breaks. I thought the material was a stronger stuff, but you have been broken. But I am immortal. Surely that was a success. You have survived long, immortal one, but you have become the prey of the creature that is life. She cups her hands, then reverses it, forming a canopy with her hands. The body is but a hut for the soul. But now, no one dwells in your hut. What went wrong with the ritual? Puzzle-fleshed, broken, beautiful, beautiful mortal man. The ritual was not a finished thing. Ravel's brows wrinkle and her talons pick at her hair, tugging on a lone strand. The ritual gave you what you wanted, but... great were the costs. The casting of shadows, the quiet, violent death of the mind, and the pain-taking emptiness. These things a dangerous are in such a fragile vessel, no matter how strong a mortal man. Regret them, and the ritual do I. Oh, so regret did change her. Casting of shadows. Ungrateful shades. But ungrateful without cause. The shades, they hate you, nameless one, for they are fathered by you, your children once forsaken. They will never forgive. They will do everything they can to destroy the parent. Such is the way of children. How do I father shades, these shadows?
I feel stronger.
Oh no. You cast shadows on existence, nameless one. With every death, a shadow arises fresh from the fields of your flesh. They wander for a time, but always they return, looking to murder their parent. Such is the way of many offspring. Ravel purses her lips in disapproval, then suddenly pokes you in the chest with a talon. And thankless young men, such as yourself. Oh, wow. So, does this mean every time someone dies that I've met, talked to, or killed, they become a shadow and then want to kill me? Holy crap. And I've lived for centuries. Tell me more of this ritual. The ritual gave you what you wanted. Okay, but alright, so we already read this. The quiet, violent death of the mind. 1,000 deaths, and you recover from each. Not so the mind. The mind is much more fragile. Its scars run deep and do not heal. The brain is encased in a hard bone shell, difficult to breach, but with no defense against that which eats at it from within. Yeah. Yup. Someone betraying you, or your best friend hurting you, or someone cheating on you, you'll remember that crap forever. And it just eats away at you forever. I can believe that. Tell me more about this ritual. Painstaking emptiness. You have a hole where your mortality once lay within your shell. She makes her hand to a fist and shakes it. Rattle, rattle, rattle goes the hollow man, a baby's plaything, with naught but a tiny stone that clatters and clacks in your frame. Despite these problems, it seems like the ritual works.
Updated my journal.
Do you doubt, Ravel? Of course I delivered on what was promised. Not long after the spell drew to a close, I killed you to see if it had worked. You struggled so, but I kept my grip tight and watched you die your first of many deaths. Then I was learned in its flaws. What flaws? Ego enwraps us like a prison. Forgot, I did, that it oft-times serves as a shield. My pretty, pretty thing. There is much wisdom and understanding in the truth that life is a preparation for the ultimate goal. death. Our life is a means by which we learn how to die. If we forget such things... Interesting take on life. I can see some truth in that. I'm remembering my blood clot. How, when I was told that I had minutes to get to the hospital, how I called my friends, and I was joking about the whole thing. I was like, "Yep, thank you guys for being my friend. Don't accept any wooden nickels. You know, pay your taxes on time." And said stuff like that. I was in good spirits because I would have been, well, it could have been either I died because I couldn't breathe anymore. I would have died because it would have had a heart attack, massive heart attack, no way to recover from that, or I would have had a massive stroke and been a vegetable. Any of those things could have happened to me. Good God. So yeah, I can see some truth to this. So that's when you discovered I lost my memories when I died. Yes, Rebel nods. Unfortunate. Without the mortality to hold such memories tight, the shell a body is. So you took my mortality from me. Is it still intact? Rebel seemed surprised, then alarmed. Yes! Fear not for a broken mortality. If you are here, talking at me, intact your mortality must be. Such a thing cannot, not be destroyed as long as you exist. There are an anchor, you are an anchor of your mortal soul. As long as you are intact, so shall it be. Made to last are you. Ravel smiles and gives a weaving laugh. For life swallowed you and spit you out. That's why I can't die, I guess. The mortality needs me to live. Or whatever, or mortal. Ravel wanted me to live. So she made sure I can't die, so my mortality exists. Okay, well then we just need it back from her. It swallowed him. I don't know if it came out of that end. Oh, thanks, Mort. Enough of this. Look, Ravel, you took my mortality from me, and it has caused more harm than good. I would like to take it back now. You have had it over long, I think. Ah, you make a demand. Ravel's black-veined eyes sharpen and twist, taking a disturbing awareness, and she bares her yellow fangs. No. That, Ravel, I will not do. What is undone cannot be done. I'm not going to threaten her. Why not? Ravel cannot give such a thing to you, my precious man. For Ravel has nothing to give. I never possessed you or your mortality, though I wished to keep them both for my garden as selfish affection's keepsakes, trace the patterns of your flesh, but such things Ravel could not bring herself to do. Why not? You loved them. Anna breaks her silence, and she sounds astonished. You loved him, you did. Ravel gives a low, wide smile. Is it so hard for you to believe, fiendling? Ravel, does Ravel being Ravel, and thus a myth, not deserve to carry such a feeling in her black brambled heart? No creature is undeserving of such a feeling, Ravel. Gray speaks softly. The histories do not paint such a compassionate picture of you, however. The past is the past, and histories care little for us speaking the truth of it. Ravel frowns, then her voice drops slightly, threateningly, as she studies Grace. The feeling brushed me, yes. And now hold your silvered tongue, abyssal daughter. I need not your soft words to cloud the air here. A man and I, the man and I, shall speak. And you shall bow out of this. I shall attend to you shortly. Enough, Ravel. If you don't have my mortality, where is it? Alright, this is where we find out about the bones? I don't know, sweet thing. But if I were you, I'd get it back quick. No telling what horrible things someone could do to you if they held your mortality for ransom. She clicks her talons together. It would be like holding someone's sweet, succulent soul. A puppet dancing on someone's strings would you be? And a most sad puppet, too. too? Know where it is? I do not. Hold a moment. You say you don't know where my mortality is. Do you know someone who does know where it is? Revel smiles horridly, her tusks gleaming. Clever, clever, clever you are, yes. There is another who might know the things that Ravel does not. Another may know? Who? Ravel's eyes dim as if she is staring at something in the distance, and her voice slows. A fair-skinned one, you must ask. An angel, a deva, one who soars on the wings of morning, and with his hands is the architect of horizons. He lies beyond my keeping, in another cage, in another prison. In his knowing is the knowing of what you wish to know. Ask him your questions, listen to his answers, use them as guides. Where can I find this angel?
Updated my journal.
In leaving this prison, to another cursed prison will you arrive. Though it may not appear as such to casual glances, step lightly and find the golden link in the ever-shortening chain. The light shall give you the dark of the matter, and new paths shall open to you. Delightfully cryptic, though not surprising. Thanks. Of the past, I am not held to particulars. You are fortunate to receive anything, O caustic one. How am I? It's just that the chain of who knows what and where they are never seems to be a smooth series of links. She smiles, holding up one of her talons. And that is why you must keep each link safe. For if they are not smooth now, imagine the chain what it will be like when more links shatter. Time and death are not as patient with others as they are with you. What are you saying? What if one of your precious links was to die? And what if you forgot yourself again? What would you do then? Where would your stolen mortality be then? It would be lost forever. There would be no one left to ask how to reach it. Tracing your path would become harder, mayhap impossible. True enough. In any event, I had other questions for you, Ravel. I am done. Thank you for the information you have given me, Ravel. I must leave now. Hold. The most important question you have yet to ask, my precious man. Has it occurred to you yet? Yes. I need to know how to leave this place. Do you know the answer to this question? I'm assuming she does because she was these other people. Maybe. I know the branchings of this place, the twistings and bendings and burrowings. Though there are no leaves here, one may take their leave when they wish it. So how do you leave? Wrap your hands around you like branches. Make them encircle your chest like a cage. Step from the edge of the maze into the darkness, and into another cage your body shall go. A simple leaving, but there is no return when that final step is taken. So take heed, and take what you need before you take the step. Which edge of the maze do I leave by? Which? A question posed to the witch. Which? One of the edges knows, not I, the remembering of which has failed me, and the edges of this maze had little to say on the matter. You know how to leave, all this time. Then, why don't you leave? Why stay when one can leave is your question to me. Ravel breaks into a crooked smile, displaying a row of fangs. I turn the question upon its head, and send it scurrying back to you. The answer lies not in the staying or leaving, but in the causes and reasons, my precious half-man. Don't you want to leave? It is a want, a once want, but not a now want, and more, knotted want. What do I need that lies beyond my brambled walls? It is a cruel, jagged world beyond the edges of this maze, and Ravel has pulled enough of its shards from her skin. You have done me a great service, beautiful Ravel. Thank you for hearing my request and sharing your knowledge with me. And that would be a truth, I would say. Ravel gives a crooked smile, all tusks, and then gives a soft cackle. Ah, it is I who thanks you, my precious man. Long has it been since such sweet flattery has been brought to this maze. I wish to grant you a boon, my songbird. No boon is necessary, beautiful Ravel. Your protestations have no place here, songbird. I would tell you a secret. Very well. I will not deny twice. Then listen to me. Close your eyes, and I shall let you see the nature of the multiverse. Wow, wisdom +1 again. You close your eyes, and as you do, you feel sharp stabbing pain in your right eye. Your one of your eyes, opens, and you see Ravel before you, her blood-red eyes gleaming with delight, and one of her talons is extended, and is tipped with your blood, and an eyeball. Yours. Oh, she plucked an eye out of my head. What did you do? A boon I have granted, songbird. A twist of perception, a tap into the branches of the mind, a tap into the roots of Ravel's knowing have I granted you. A piece of me. She takes the eyeball, and you watch in disgust as she pulls forth a black seed and places them both in her left palm. With a grotesque smile, she crushes the two of them with a sickening crunch. Ah, give it back. Of course, precious man. Ravel opens her palm, and your eye lies there, unseemingly untouched, staring at you. She places it in between her thumb and forefinger. Then, before you can react, she stabs it into your empty eye socket.
Updated my journal.
A piece of me lies in your good eye, precious man. When you see the planes through that eye, you will understand more than you once did. Wiser you shall be, and more experience of the planes and their turnings will you understand. And that is all. Very well. Thank you, Ravel. I must bid you farewell. As you're about to utter your farewell, you suddenly feel a crawling sensation in your skull, and you notice that Ravel's black-veined eyes have taken on a strange, predatory fire. You're not gonna let me leave, are you, Ravel? A perceptive question, yet it is not the real question. Ravel's voice takes on a strange whisper, very sad, that sends a faint echo through your mind. The question is, do you wish to leave me, Half-Man? Oh, this is sad, because I need to go, and I know that she loves me, and breaking up is hard to do, everyone. All my answers are basically I have to go. We'll try the top one. Fair Ravel, you have helped me when I came to you so long ago, and you have done so again. I shall not forget what you have done, but now I must leave. I have to know more about myself. There was a terrible shimmering in the air around Ravel, and the sound of snapping twigs and cracking tree limbs, and the horrid sound of the trees bending and splintering. Ravel's lips peel back and her voice becomes shrill like the howling wind, which I'm not going to act like. What do you know of knowing, Half-Man? Know this. Know you will stay here until the end days in my brambled garden, never to leave, and you shall love me, as you were meant, as you promised. Ravel, calm down. I need to leave, but I shall return. You shall not. I shall not let you leave. I have the power to keep you here, and I shall use it. My Black Bar Maze shall not allow you to travel beyond it while I live, my precious, precious man. I'm tempted to say the second one because I'm getting angry, but I shall be nice. Ravel, I do not want to fight you. Don't do this. Allow me passage, and I shall return to visit you. You need not be alone in this place. And I need her alive in case I ever do forget my memories again. She's the only one who can help me. Return. Return as you claimed you would so long ago. No, no, you shall not lie to Ravel twice. No more centuries will I wait for you. Ravel's lips peel back and her talons seem to grow into fiendish claws. Here in my garden, you will stay, and to wander the plains you will no longer. Ravel, calm yourself. There is no need for this.
You have forgotten your place, half-man. Humility is in order.
Don't do this, Ravel.
Updated my journal.
Oh, alright, we're fighting her. Here we go. Everyone assume the combat positions. Fall from Grace, you're taking...
Attend me, my pets.
Whoa! We summoned our own version of these too. Alright, holy crap, we have a fight breaking out. And she's casting a spell. Alright, so let's start by casting... I'll cast Luck on Anna to start. Anna's gonna dash in and begin attacking Ravel. Fall from Grace will begin by casting a Blessing on the Nameless one. I will go ahead and we will cast Elysium's Tears on Ravel.
Awaiting order.
Just start shooting one of these things. Actually, Anna, attack one of these things instead. Mort, run over here and attack this. And Dakan, I'm casting a spell on you already. Let's make sure that we do this. Wow, she is super resistant to that spell, so that... And she's casting another. Anna, keep attacking. Let's spread out a tiny bit. Dakan, run over here and attack this. Fall from Grace, run over here.
I think
Lordon,
by your command.
Over here, I'm gonna run back. Ah, that is exactly what I was hoping to spare myself. I don't want AoEs hitting us.
What did you want to know? Might as well.
Keep attacking. Mort, why don't you use Skull Mob on Ravel? Fall from Grace. Oh, they're like imprisoned. Oh, everyone's asleep or something.
Balance, and I shall serve.
Yep, there's some sort of look at their faces. They're like imprisoned in something. That might have been the spell Ravel cast. Let's... Oh, wow, this is really bad. Let's use prayer. And I will use... Acts of Torment.
May my faith lend me strength.
Everyone's back. Let's switch to this. And use some charms on everyone. Use the embalming fluid. I will use a charm as well.
It is I.
We killed one of their creatures. Let's use balance in all things on myself. Mort, you're free. Attack.
I'm here.
Fall from Grace. Let's use another spiritual hammer.
May my faith lend me strength.
Going to
Your
attack.
path is mine.
Awaiting order.
Let's use a chromatic orb on her. It's just her now. Okay.
Nordum, address affirmative.
Yes. What did you wish?
I needed a heal spell on yourself, Fall from Grace.
May my fate lend me strength.
Oof. Taking big hits.
By the half-man.
Oh no! The shadows, I guess, were being kept out by Ravel. Oh, look at those crazy-looking skeleton things. Oh my god, there's so many of them. And we have even more combat.
Packet dropped. Reiterate request.
We need to search the area.
Endure.
We also need to begin to...
Very well.
Grow
These things are going
strong.
to come at me from all directions. The space between this overhanging branch is glowing softly as it seems to reveal a small brambled room beyond. You notice that the gray hair Ravel plucked from her head is slowly twisting like a corkscrew. Wait and see what the hair does. The hair slowly curls up in your left arm, circles around your wrist, and then wraps itself tightly around your left index finger. In response, the light beneath the arc grows brighter, beckoning you to step through. I'll step through later. It's this area. I want to secure this area first and see if there's anything that Ravel dropped. I'm also going to kill my own Tridgets, because I don't want them here. Actually, let's just attack them.
Done. I hear your words.
Might as well.
Damn it.
The Karok sings true. I will hear you.
Aye? Might as well.
Maximally efficient strike.
Oh, here come the shadows as well.
Might as well.
Okay. So let's cast Rain of Anger on this one. We'll cast Chromatic Orb on the first one. You move up here,
Yes.
Fall from Grace. I need you to heal. Back on.
Good as done.
Might as well. Might as well.
I can't see if there's anything on the ground, so we'll have to search that a little later.
How may I help?
Ready.
By your command.
They're hunting me. Okay, but we've been playing for a while, so I need to save the game and stop. So let's see if we can do so.
It shall be done.
Very well.
I shall serve.
Aye.
Right.
Nope, they see me. Alright, let's do this as well then. Let's use a Scripture of Steel. Anna, you'll attack one of the weaker ones. Mort, run up and
Good
attack
as done.
what I'm assuming is a stronger one. We will use a Swarm Curse. Fall from Grace. We didn't cast that spell yet.
Amon's name. Balance. Your path is mine.
I, Nordum.
Nice. Critical.
Awaiting order.
Yeah, point blank attacks. Mordom, get out of there.
All right.
Why not?
Okay, holy crap, everyone. Wow. All right, I'm going to stop here. Thank you all for watching. When we come back, I guess we'll take a look and see what items we got. We'll take a look and see what this portal brings us, and we'll do some more exploring. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one. Take care. Holy crap.